Take a look at this screenshot of my runaway train setup. We have two potential entries, one right here and one right here. Now only one of them is the correct entry. Do you know which one? Stay tuned. We're about to get into this video and I'm going to explain to you which one is the better entry and which one is not and why. Let's get to it. Now let's go over the setup for the runaway train. First, we want to mark the high and the low point between 7 to 8 o'clock. So the highest that the price went and the lowest that the price went between 7 and 8 p.m. So if we look right here on this 1900 candle, this is 7 o'clock. We can clearly see that this is the highest that the price went. This candle right here, 2000, this is the 8 o'clock candle. So this is the 1 hour duration of time. This was the highest point that the price went. This was the lowest point that the price went. So we're going to mark that. That was the low. Now we're marking the high. Now everything inside of this area right here, this is our station. We are waiting for the train to leave the station, either going up through the top or down through the bottom. So we aren't taking any trades inside of the station, only when it becomes on the outside. Now here's how we determine if we're going to go short for a sell or go long for a buy. We look at these two EMAs. Now right now, our 21 EMA, which is this red line right here, is over the top of this green dash line, which is the 9 EMA. Here's the important thing. See where they cross right here? Where they intersect and cross, and now the red is above the green. That means that price is going down and we are in a bearish move. So I will be expecting the price to come beneath the station, and I want to see it come, not only just come outside beneath it, I want to see it come down and actually close beneath the station before I make my entry to continue going down. Another thing that you want to see is the price is below the VWAP, which is this white line right here. So if your two EMAs are crossed and the red is on top of the green and price is below the VWAP, those are all good signs for you to go ahead and be expecting to make a trade to go short outside of your station going down. Let's start the chart and get into some action. We got the close outside. Well, the price is outside, but it hasn't closed yet. So we wait. All right, now I have to point this out. The train did leave the station and we did close beneath the station. So we good to go, right? We're good to make our entry for a sale to go short. We are, but I wouldn't, and here's why. First thing, notice this long wick to the bottom. When you see a long wick like that to the bottom, you want to be cautious of a potential pullback of the next candlestick, meaning that we could come back up in reverse before we start to go back down. Another thing, you see how the VWAP came down and you see how close it is to the close of this candlestick? You don't want to see that. You want to see the price be further away from the VWAP. The closer it is to the VWAP, you want to stay away from it. So in this situation, what I would do is I would wait for the next candlestick to revisit the station, to come back inside of the station, and then come back outside of the station and close. Then I would make my entry. So right now, I wouldn't touch this. I would just leave this alone. But for teaching purposes, let me show you what would happen if we did put our entry right here. We're going short. All right, so we're in and we got stopped out. Now we're going to let it play out and wait for another close beneath the station right here. Okay, so that closed inside of the station, that's invalid. Remember, we don't touch anything that's inside of the station, only on the outsides. Perfect. Now notice how far the price is from the VWAP compared to this candlestick over here. See how close that is? And look how further away that is. Although there is a wick on the bottom side, but we also have one on the top too. This wick is not nearly as long as this first wick over here. So we should be good to go. I want to see the price further away from the VWAP like this right here. So we're going to put an entry right here to go down. We're going short and we're going for 40 ticks. We're in. Boom. 40 ticks. That's it. And that's the runaway train setup. So this second entry was our better entry. First entry, it was cool, but it wasn't the right one. Had an extra long wick to the bottom side, plus VWAP jumped down, it was closer to the price. Waited for the train to go back inside of the station, then come back out and close. The VWAP is now further away from the price. That was the better entry. I hope you received something valuable from this. I'm Coach Allen, and I will see you in my next video.